Welcome back to the show. I am so happy to have Kelly Faulkenberry here with us because we're going to talk about houses and remodeling and fun things like that. But for us, it's a chance really to get to know each other, although we have been Facebook friends since 2018.
Get excited.
We've been knowing each other for a long time. And many years ago, you were going to start a podcast or do a podcast, and it was kind of before they were a thing.
It was called Soulster, and it was based on 3 words: identity, encounter, and community. And it was all about people finding Jesus, walking in their true kingdom identity, and how to go live that out loud in community together.
Yeah, pretty important things.
For sure. To me,
folks.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, you had invited me to come and be a guest.
Yes.
On your podcast, and then life just got really crazy, got in the way, and then a little thing called COVID happened.
Yes.
And I retired, and then I started doing a podcast. So I am so happy at long last. We're getting to do it, but you were going to ask me the questions. So let's just let this be a conversation.
For sure. I'm all in.
And we'll do it that way. But the reason you're here is called Gather and Co. Or do you want to call it Gather and Company?
No, we Gather and Co.
Gather and Co.
I'm a very casual bird. So Gather and Co. is great.
I love it. Well, Gather and Co. Kitchen and Bath, the full name. So you are specializing in remodeling.
We do. Kitchen and bath remodeling specifically. We can do your whole house.
Right.
But kitchen and baths are kind of our thing.
And to just lay it out, you're coming on as a sponsor.
We are.
I'm so excited.
Well, when they approached, I was like, Ann Harder? Who doesn't get behind Ann Harder in Waco? When I was a little girl and wanted to be like the next Barbara Walters, you were on the local news.
Yeah. It seems like
maybe not
a long
little
time.
girl, but yes.
No, probably.
Yeah,
I hear that from all kinds
that?
of adults going, you're the voice of my childhood. So I'm blessed by that. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, but so I'm reading the commercial, which you'll start seeing the commercials in the coming days. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what you do is exactly what I want. And it has to do with outdoor spaces too.
Okay. Well, we've been in business 27 years in Waco, and it was our last name. It was Faulkenberry Construction.
Right. Faulkenberry Construction.
And somebody asked me the other day, said, why did you all rebrand and why is it Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath? And I was like, because 27 years later, we both grew up in Waco, and we love helping families. I'm a mama and a grandma, all the things. I love there to be a gathering time or a gathering space and memory make it. So I remember baking with my grandma. I remember the Crisco being out on the table. Like that's right. I'm dating myself. But, the blue and white can. Good. And baking the cakes and putting toothpicks in them to hold them together and all these different things. And so my husband and I both are really big on serving in our community and abroad. And so we're like, why wouldn't we incorporate that into the business and make it more? Our goal is when we leave your project that you call us friend, but we've helped you make a space tailor fit for your family and your vibe and what you like to do in your home.
Yeah. Hence, Gather
and Co.
Gather and Co. And of course, my need, and I've already told you, I'm reading the commercial. I'm like, oh my word, I've got to have her come to my house now because I have a space that's kind of a pre-done patio. It's pretty tiny though, but I would go out there and sit more if the mosquitoes wouldn't just carry me away. So I don't know that I'm looking to enclose it totally, but you could do that too, right?
There are so many different things you can do. You can glass them. You can screen them. There's motorized drop-down screens. We can get pretty creative, but yes, there are ways to do it and make it, I call it a bug-free zone, because I don't like to have a dinner on the patio with guests and be swatting flies or whatever the whole time. So we just kind of taken our favorite spaces or where we've noticed we gather or other clients say, this is what happens here, and made that kind of our niche of these are the places, right? And then COVID helped.
Oh, yeah.
COVID helped the whole, hey, well, you got to get outside. And we couldn't gather together corporately, right? So it was like, but outside you could have 6 feet.
Yeah.
And so we started, for people who did call, it was like, well, hey, we can do this in your yard for you. And then more families, because you've got your kids home or you're working from home. So then it was like, well, we can do a sunroom and a screen room, or we can do this. And we would take it from the back small patio all the way to the pool, or where they play the outdoor games, to make it functional where mom or dad could be working, studying the kids, and outdoor time.
Well, just together.
Yes.
You're
but
still
you could
connected.
functional and together. And a
Yeah.
lot of people have not had to return, or they have flex schedules.
Right. And they're home
So,
more.
yes. And so I have a lot of ladies. I know a paralegal, I will not drop her name, but she sits by her pool in her screen space in her outdoor kitchen.
Yeah.
And she works there, and she actually said she gets more done, more productivity there than she ever did in the office.
Yeah.
So there's a plus to COVID, I guess, if there was one.
Well, there have been some permanent changes.
Yeah,
there was disruptions, and then there's, were permanent changes for a lot of people in figuring that whole thing out. It's a good thing that's in our rearview mirror.
Yes, thank you, Lord.
Grateful for that, for sure. But you also do pergolas. I mean, you do
Yes.
just kind of spaces to beautify the area, give it that
Yes.
sense of coziness, but not necessarily totally screened in.
No. You don't have to. Some want that.
Mm-hmm.
Some ladies do, but I mean, down to the bifold, trifold doors that will open up if you're a big entertainer, so to speak, or you like to gather at home. We have ladies, you trifold open the back part,
The whole back side
up
of the
to
house.
the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes. But then that's covered. And then there's
Right.
a screen further out, or drop down screens further out. And
Mhm.
so we can be as creative with your
Wow.
space as you want. Yeah, it's kind of dreamy. People
I'm
don't
getting
think about
excited.
it. And
Yeah.
we're not messing up your living space, because remodeling's messy.
Well,
And we get to know
yes.
you because we're in your space, right? But the outdoor spaces, a lot of ladies are like, this is lovely. Like, I gained one client's like 2,000 square feet of entertainment space,
Entertainment
right?
space,
Up
right.
to
And it's
the
living
pool
space,
and all
yeah,
the things.
yeah.
She can, during game day season, fall game, like
Oh, yeah.
the guys are outside.
Yeah.
with-
Do your tailgate there at
Yes,
the house.
get your tailgating, your grill on, all the things. But over there, though, with your friends, please, with
Yeah.
your screen.
Yeah.
But then she can utilize that as well. Holidays, family gatherings, all things. And you have enough room without adding a whole nother room on, so to
Mhm.
speak. So
Right.
it's year-round functionality. So that's what we
Right.
try to bring to the table. Big or small.
Okay, I have to ask this question. I have kids that love my oldest son and his family live in Florida. And ever since we visited Florida, I think they call them Florida rooms. And the whole thing is like a screened in cage.
Yes.
Do you do that?
Yes, we can do them.
But I hardly see them here. I
Not
thought,
here in Texas.
why do we not have these in Texas?
Because
That's what I want.
yeah, just screen the
To
whole thing
figure
in.
out. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one, it's because there is anybody who's really maybe tooted their horn around here that it's possible. Two, I honestly, like Florida, I think the bugs and the critters are just more prominent year round in
Yeah.
Florida.
Well,
I'm
you can
not
get
sure.
crocodiles.
And then you get that. I was
Or
going to say, and
alligators
around
in
the
your pool,
pools,
too.
you can get the
There's-
alligators. We
there's
just
that.
have some snakes.
Yeah. Well, it's just because the sunlight still can come in.
Yes.
And anyway, I have just always loved those when I go to Florida. And I said, I just don't understand why we don't have them here. And then I'm thinking, well, is it because we have tornadoes? Is it the hail? But they have that in Florida too
They do.
with hurricanes.
And the screens and the sunrooms that are designed in Florida, we have actually installed some here in this area. And the reason we have gotten them from Florida is because Florida also has hurricane wind.
Right.
So they're designed to withstand and withhold a whole different extreme than just the heat that Central Texas maybe undergoes. So I think a lot of people just don't know it's an option.
I really want that. So we got to figure out how we can make
Right.
that happen at my hacienda. I really
For
want
sure.
because it just would make that space outside just more user
User friendly.
And anyway, so we'll have to make an appointment a little
Okay.
later. Okay, so exciting things that you can do on the outside.
Yes.
On the inside, you do like for kitchens. Let's talk kitchens. You do something called is it cabinet refacing? What does
We
that
can
mean?
reface. Well, it's just taken, like, say your cabinet looks dated. So there's a way to actually buy, they're called skins, but you can literally reskin your cabinet where it gives it a whole nother look. But
Even if they're like wood and have molding and all
I
that?
know, right? Well, that gets a little tricky. And
Okay.
sometimes that can cost more
Okay.
than just replacing your
Just
cabinet.
replace the front door.
Yeah, just redo your cabinet.
That would
or,
be, yeah.
you know, uh, most ladies decide, no, I just want new cabinets versus the other. It's, it can be done. It's more time consuming. Sometimes it's more labor intensive, which makes that cost more than just, hey, we're coming in and
Right,
installing
because,
some new
you
ones.
know, usually it's going to be labor. It's going
For
to,
sure.
it's going to be.
Well, and depending on, every house is different and how things are set up or designed. Like if you have all the old wood ones with all the grooves in them,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, now we're going to be here a minute doing that. Or we can just install some new shaker style or whatever style you like, the modern, just depending on a homeowner's vibe. I say the lady of the house. The man usually, I haven't, not to knock the men, but I haven't met many. Usually they're just yes, dear.
Yes,
Yes,
right,
it's whatever
whatever
she
you want.
wants. Make her happy. If she's smiling at the end, I'm happy.
What was it? I saw where the remodel store, not remodel store, but the big box, you know, store. The gentleman there said, "I do not sell paint to any husband who does not have a note from his wife."
Okay, there you go.
Has to have a note from the wife.
Yes.
There are a lot of other things though that people, real practical things that they need to do when it comes to remodeling their homes and talking about bathrooms, as folks age. Some of these little narrow doors and when you
Yes.
think I might be in a wheelchair, or, you know, things like walkers and so forth. And so many houses have the jacuzzi tubs or whatever, maybe.
Yes.
And they're like, I store my plants in that's where my orchids live in my house. So are folks now kind of just reconfiguring those spaces for the lifestyles they have?
Yes. Yes.
In
Well,
order.
and aging, we call it aging in place. There's a whole name for it
Yeah,
now.
that's good.
But if you're my age, if you're 54, you should plan for it.
Yeah.
Because we're all, God willing, if we're going to go on into life, there's a thing to design and making your home transition friendly. That is the doors, making it wide enough. Even if you had a knee replacement, we had a friend who had a knee replacement, you're on a walker. Well, they teach
For
you in the
months.
hospital how to manage on that thing,
Yeah.
right? But then you get to the door and you're like,
Now-
shoot.
Yeah, and some of those doors are just narrow. They're
Yes.
just narrower.
So they
going.
either leave the walker, right? And then you're hobbling while you're heavily medicated with your new knee.
on a probably slick floor.
Yes, to try to get in there. So we try to go in and we do it one of two ways. 9 times out of 10, 8 out of 10. Let's be accurate. 8 out of 10, somebody has fallen, somebody's had an event. I experienced it firsthand in our family. My mom was taking food into a funeral during COVID. She tripped on like a sunk in floor, fell, hit her head on like a fake column, like a fake little faux column in a house, like a decorative piece, but just right, and suffered a C4, C5 incomplete injury and is
That's
a quadriplegic spinal cord injury.
Oh my gosh.
Quadriplegic. So in like an instant, their life changed, and they had an 80s ranch house. Well, they still have it. We modified it so she could come home to her house and not have to go to a home.
Yeah.
But it drove, like scripture says, God brings you to things, and everything you walk through you can use somehow in your life, right? And so ours, 3 years into caregiving for her and adapting their home and all the things for a power chair, I started going, wait a second, we do this. Not just for Mom, but how many other people in Waco, Belton, Timble, like the areas we serve, are bound to a room because they had an event and they come home and the
they can't
family's
get
like,
out. Yeah.
well, you get to do everything right here in this one space. So our big thing on that is the bathroom's number one. Everybody wants to use the restroom and wants to take a bath.
That's some basic needs. Yeah.
Yes, basic needs. And so we can transition it. But most of the jacuzzi tubs, we're pulling. Most people are like, no, thank you. I can't even get in it.
Right.
But there are new ones now with doors that do hold the heat, that do massage, that do all kinds of hydrotherapy we can install for about the same square foot that your original jacuzzi tub did, and it doesn't take up as much water.
Well, that's good because I always wonder about that when I see those walk-in tubs.
For sure. Well, and we ask you, what size is your water heater? Because if it's not a certain gallon number, we're not selling you something you can't use, or it's going to be cold water. Who wants to take a bath
frankly,
in cold water?
That's the status of mine. It just, by the time it's
I'm like, never mind, you don't want that.
It's not hot anymore. So that's why the orchids are there.
Yeah. So we do that. And then a lot of people are just choosing walk-in showers.
Yeah.
With a bench.
Yeah, it's the
instead
most
of the bath. It's the most simple. And then as you're aging, like grab bars and things, and they don't all look as industrialized. They look more cosmetic now, like more, they're more trendy, so to speak, I guess because we're all getting older. But so we go in and I can analyze it, and we adjust it to the right heights. Like I've been to OT and PT school because during COVID there was no home health. So for her to leave the hospital,
you had to learn how to.
I learned nursing skills, all of it.
Wow.
Down at Tier in Houston Memorial, great place by the way. But because of that, we've implemented it into our business and have this whole leg of let us help you stay at home and give your kids peace of mind that we can come in and look at your kitchen and your bath. Those are the two rooms. Over 80% of accidents in the home happen. Bathroom's one, and it's not getting in. It's the getting out when you're wet. And then the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, we can come in, we evaluate it. Here's what you need on your doors. Here's the transition marks that you want to get rid of, or if you're going to have a surgery or whatever, or you're just trying to make it safe as you transition, which a lot of families are starting to do that. Couples are. Then we come in and assess it, and we make it and cater it to your heights and your needs and all the things. Because if I'm going to do it, we're going to do it right because somebody taught me how to do it right for my mom. Yeah. And so I want your mom to be just as safe, right? Or we've met a few families with kids, teenagers, and the teenagers are outgrowing mom and dad to lift them.
Right.
So how can we help you so that your son or daughter can get around the house too safely, just like mine did, right?
All important things when families face these kinds of health things. Want to take a quick break.
Sure.
But when we come back, I want to learn more about Kelly and what kind of makes her tick. So you stay with us. There's more of the show ahead. Looking for a bakery that's as clever as it is delicious? At Fox & Co. Bakery, we specialize in decadent mini cakes, cookies worth writing home about, buttery pastries, gluten-free delights, and custom catering. Find us Saturdays at local markets, serving up style, flavor, and just a touch of foxy mischief. Can't wait till then? Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit foxandcobakery.com to see what's fresh. Fox & Co. Bakery. We bake foxy things.
Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com.
If your home's feeling a bit dated or you're dreaming of that beautiful outdoor oasis, I have got the team for you. Gather & Co., the family-owned remodeling pros right here in Greater Waco since 1998. Led by the Faulkenberry family, they specialize in stunning kitchen and bathroom makeovers. Think custom walk-in showers, sleek cabinetry, and aging-in-place upgrades for easy living. They also nail outdoor spaces with pergolas, patio covers, sunrooms, and screen rooms that turn your backyard into a year-round retreat. What sets them apart? Personalized designs, top-notch craftsmanship, and a hassle-free process for free in-home consultations to spot-on completion, plus financing options to make it simple. Customers love them, raving about the friendly crew and attention to every detail. Ready to gather in your dream home? Call Gather & Co. today, 254-759-1147 for a no-obligation quote. Visit GatherCoRemodeling.com. Your remodel starts here. And I'm back with Kelly Faulkenberry of Gather & Co., which I'm just so excited to get to know you better, number one, but to hear about your business, because what you're doing is helping, as you say, making a house become a home. And whether that's just aesthetically with, making it have your own personal thing, or making it functional
For sure.
and safe for you. I mean, all these things you take into consideration.
For sure. Well, if you can't get around, who wants to be the family circus sideshow is what I call it. I don't when I'm older. I've told my kids that do not stick me in the living room with my whatever bed and the potty chair. And I've seen it. And
I
it's
know.
like,
We all have, yeah.
Who would want to do that?
Yeah.
So I just think, I would want a shower and a bath, and I would want it in my bathroom. And I'm not Betty Crocker. But if it was my gift, right, I would want my kitchen adapted where I could do it, and I could bake cookies with grandkids and make memories and make a mess and all the things, right? So my mom was very good about that. And so my grandma was good about that. Frying chicken, Sunday was fried chicken, and you'd be in your slip and you get to put the chicken in the flour. I thought it was such a help, anyway. So I'm like, make messes with your people, and we want to help
memories too.
Yeah, we want to help your family be able to do the things they enjoy doing.
Yeah. Well, and so, what are you seeing the most? What are people like when it comes to kitchen redos? Are they wanting to take that higher counter? I see a lot of them moving to a lower
counter.
Island kind of a thing, eat around. So rather than this high thing that you need the bar stool height.
Yes.
Are you seeing a lot of that?
A lot of that. And they want one flat surface.
Yeah.
And most ladies are doing it well. If they could get away with it, unless your house has a cutout for a dining room. But a lot of people are like, well, then let's just open that space. This is silly. And I want it to all flow together and be one big gathering area. And so the island is really an island and the family table. It's functional. It's got drawers. It's got the little coot. You can put the refrigerator drawer in there. You can put the built-in with the island, right? And then the top is marble or granite, and it's clean and it's aesthetically pleasing. And then the chairs, they can just set the chairs or the stool underneath, and it's a big gathering place.
Well, and whenever you entertain, everybody gathers in the kitchen anyway, no matter if even it's a little galley. Kitchen. Everybody's
true. And we have the old ones. Yeah. In our little house we're in right now, I've flipped more than Chip and Jo. You know what I mean? We did it before they made it cool.
But before it was a thing,
14 moves later myself, right? Yeah. And we're in one, but it has the high thing, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not my shui, so to speak. So it's on my list of to-dos in the house. But because the other is more functional, people will sit and gather and have a conversation. And if you're entertaining while you're gathering it all still together, right? It's kind of simple.
Well, and I want to ask you about colors too. So what kind of schemes are people moving? Are they, speaking of Chip and Jo, the shiplight became a joke. And so what are you seeing folks are wanting? And I know mid-century modern kind of has taken on a life of its own.
It has taken on a life on its own, but all the blues, it is amazing to me how consistent the blues are hanging in there.
Yeah.
From Tidewater and Glimmer all the way to Moscow blue. It's a very deep oceany blue. I love the ocean, so I relate everything to that as far as blues. But I just had a lady come in this weekend, and we were selecting and going through, and she was like, it must have all these blues. And I'm like, ladies really, I think the blues are inviting. Blue is an inviting color.
It's calming too.
It is. It's
I know
soothing.
pink's supposed to be calming, but I don't know.
I'll tell you what, the strangest one we've ever done is a custom purple.
Ooh. Yeah,
Bathroom.
Some people are passionate about purple.
Bathroom. The whole thing.
Oh
Like
gosh.
the vanity, the thing. Yes. But do you know what? Their house sold like that when they put it up. And I asked her,
Really?
like, did anybody comment about the purple? No. So I think when you ask about color, like I think the neutral used to be, you know, like a lot of people would just use color as pops, like their accent pillows or the
Right,
whatever.
and so
Now
everything
it's
was white
more,
or gray. You know,
yes.
kind of a gray.
And now I think more
Moving away
ladies
from
are like,
that?
no, this is my space,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go with my color. And some of it's trendy, but I mean, Chip and Joe have their. I mean, a lot of people love it, and she does a great job.
Well,
To
and
that.
she
I mean,
has
it's
kind of
clean and
she's kind
aesthetic
of
spell-
changed.
Yes.
She's evolved, shall we say,
Yes.
from the original shows that we first started watching it. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you flip houses, so you've done that.
We have done that. We did it for years. Raising 4 babies, and we would move in one, and Corbett would always say to me, do not get used to this house. And it was back when everything should be a neutral zone, like our realtor friend who was been our realtor for years, like, hey, okay, so Kelly, don't color your world, right?
Yeah, right.
So, okay, yeah, okay. And then I'm in one now, transitioning out of kind of being a caregiver, being out where my mom and dad lived, to back in Waco proper, and found a house by the lake. There's a yard guy. Like, just I needed a refreshing, a restoring season, and so that's where we're at. And it's nothing like anything I would have ever thought we would move into.
Yeah.
But here we are, and we're loving it because it's simple and it's not small, but small. And I'm redoing it a little at a time. But I colored my world, and it's all blue hues.
Oh,
so
good.
all
Well,
different shades of the ocean.
I would love to see. I would love to see that sometime. I noticed too, and doing some research about you and your business, you have done a lot of things as missionaries. Let's talk a little bit about your faith walk and where that's taken you.
Faith walk. Our faith journey, Corbett and I's together, has been nothing short of, we call it an adventure with Jesus. Our first trip abroad was in 2008 after a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit Chincha, Peru, little town in Peru. And I went, but I was not going to go. God set us up for that. I never meet a stranger. I love to talk. I will fundraise for you. I will go get the people you need on your team, right? I'm a recruiter, whatever. And instead, I ended up with a passport, and I was on the plane, and I'm a dental hygienist by degree, right? So I had told the pastor in charge of that trip I would build them a dental team. And everywhere I went, I left with supplies and money. No dentist.
Ooh.
But the last stop on the block, so to speak, the dentist was there. He told me to come back to his office after hours, and I did. And I told Corbett, it's the big fish. It's going to work out. And instead, he had all the instruments out, and he was like, look, you've done AMP. You've done all the anatomy I have. You work with patients. I am going to teach you how to drain abscesses, do extractions, like get people out of pain. And I'm even going to supply you with everything you need. And from there, I think it was like a war zone. I don't know if you've ever been. I haven't been to war, but I've been to zones. And we've done post-hurricane and different types of events. But the people were guarding their water that's not clean, and people were taking turns guarding the food that was left. You know, like just things. And my first patient ever, her tooth from the earthquake had broken half, and she wanted her front tooth taken out. And I was trying to explain through a translator, I can't replace that. You know, like I'm thinking,
Right.
Why would you, And she was like, it hurts so bad if you could just take it out. And I did, and I reflected on that. And it was like, I came home and I told Corbett, hey, for the first time in a very long time, it was like I felt like I was right in the will of God, doing exactly what he would have me do. And I had no doubts, like, no, should I do this? Should I not do this? Do I say this? Do I not say that?
Yeah, second guessing yourself.
It was so freeing and energizing. And praying for people and coming back and being like, I can't live in this house. I had the American dream with 4 kids and the picket fence, and I'm not knocking any of that. But I had sat amongst these ladies who were 4 babies in a bed, all sharing one bedroll on the ground, and it has mold on it because there's been this storm, and they're hoarding water, and rice. And I'm like, how can I help? And it has turned our walk from internationally going and serving, be it Haiti, Peru. We've been to Africa. We've been to Colombia on the streets. We went more recently to Cali, Colombia, to the cocaine capital of the world, and just did street ministry with, I'm 32 years clean and sober. So took some other friends who love Jesus, and Jesus set them free too. And we just went and literally interrupted people's high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're telling them about this guy named Jesus who was the best high ever. Mm-hmm. And I call it sitting in the dirt of life with people, be it in Waco or abroad. It is what makes my heart sing. Like, I want to come alongside the dirt of life with you, whatever that is for you, whatever the heavy is for you, to know that you're more than enough, that God sees you and loves you, and that He's with you, right? And so let's go have an adventure. So we call it the adventure train. We're like, come on and get on the train. Like, let's go have an adventure with Jesus.
Yeah. When's your next one? What are you looking toward?
I've been asked, actually a couple of weeks ago, to go to Haiti and do a women's retreat there. So I get to go and travel, and get to go and do these things. We're looking at Colombia, more Colombia trips.
Right.
And then we already have another trip. We have not ever stopped going to Chincha, Peru. So in July, we will return again to
I'm
Chincha,
sure you've
Peru.
made friends there.
Oh, they're family. Like,
Yeah,
our kids will
right.
say, our daughter actually is 21. She took her boyfriend of a few years this past July. And the Peruvian pastor there was like, introduced himself and was like, I'm her second dad. I'm her Peruvian father, and started interviewing him.
Oh, fun.
And so it has been, their kids are like our kids, and it's like having family in little pockets all over the world.
What a blessing. What a blessing you are to these folks that you've come in contact with. Oh, I love hearing this. Well, we're nearing the end of our visit together. I'm sorry to say, but I like to end these with a little questionnaire similar to the one the late, great James Lipton would use on Inside the Actor's Studio. And this is his take on the questions. So I will start off with, Kelly, what is your favorite word?
Hope. Hope. Hope offers possibilities everywhere. Hope.
What is your least favorite word?
Oh, that would be that's a hard one, besides some profanity that I cannot stand. I would not say out loud. Like,
No, I know.
I can't.
Yeah, I hear that. That's probably the most common response I get on that question. Oh,
Or hate.
Yeah.
Either one.
Right.
Like, I'm like,
yeah.
No.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Coffee and praise music by the ocean.
That's pretty
That's
good.
a loaded answer.
I go, so
huh?
that's pretty good.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, worship.
Yeah.
Worship.
Yeah.
Like, that's really, like, my day starts with that. Like, I walk around and I'm praying over the neighborhood and thanking God for the day, and just worship of the gift of the day. But then if I get to sit still and soak, that's like all kinds of things are going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. What conversely turns you off creatively or spiritually or emotionally?
My husband would say accounting or numbers.
Okay.
I mean, like when I'm a dreamer.
Yeah.
And I say that I'm like the Up movie, The House, Ellie's house with the balloons and all the colors. So when someone starts that are maybe a 1 on an Enneagram and are very, like this, it has to go this way. How are you mapping that out? What is your next step? Order. I'd be like, whoa. I don't order things. I go with what Holy Spirit tells me to do.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
It's a lengthy answer. That wasn't one word. Sorry.
What is your favorite sound?
Next to soaking music, the ocean, the waves.
The ocean.
The waves.
I hear the ocean a lot from folks. Yeah. Least favorite sound?
sirens, I
Yeah.
think, because I think
That means
someone's
something bad has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I know you've told me you're dental hygienist by trade, and obviously wonderful at helping folks achieve their dream in their homes through Gather & Co. What job would you like to have tried? Was there something was a dream thing you wanted to do?
I would take, well, now this is in the 80s, right? Like 8th grade. I was going to be bold and preach like Peter and evangelize like Paul. And I was told girls don't preach.
Oh.
So I think my dream has always been that in with the little What You Do or Barbara Walters. Like, I was like, look at those ladies. They're doing it, right? And I love storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
But I love storytelling about Jesus and tying it into every area of our lives, because he's in every area of our lives.
You've already done a pretty good job of preaching, I just want to say.
Oh, well, thank you.
I just want to say, well, what job, Kelly, do you know you don't want to do? No, thank you.
I will never
There we
be an
go,
accountant.
okay.
No offense to the accountants out there.
Very good. Yeah, I'm right there with you on everything you say. One last question then. When you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say to you?
Well, I mean, I think everybody wants to hear, well done, good and faithful servant. God and I talk a little different maybe than King James Version, and I think he's probably going to, I say this, I want to slide into heaven, disheveled. I got some scrapes and bruises. My hair's kind of a hot mess. And I pull it all together and I look at him and I'm like, Papa. And he's like, come tell me. And I'm like, yes, let me tell you about the adventure. Let me tell you about all the things. I don't have one question, but thank you for letting me, right?
Sometimes people do tear up. No, I'm tearing up. Barbara Walters is supposed to make the other person cry. She's not supposed to cry. Oh, Kelly, this has just been a delight for me, and I'm so excited because I think we're going to get to know each other a lot better over the coming months, because you do offer free analysis at someone's home. You'll come in and look things over and give suggestions.
It doesn't cost anybody a penny. We don't take a dime until you say, hey, I want your team to come in here and create my space.
Yeah.
We're really about helping, whether you use us or not. So.
Yeah. And great confidence in the folks you have working with you. And I know I've read the reviews, and it's always stellar, folks.
Well, we treat our team like their family, too.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of place I want to work at. And if that vibe is what you're bringing into someone's home, we're in your space, then maybe it kind of helps people relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you again, Kelly. Thank you so much for just how you shared your life and your thoughts and your just passion for your work and for the Lord and all that. And it's been a long time coming. We were supposed to do this a long time ago on your podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm thrilled that you are now a part of the Ann Harder Show. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's been a delight. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead. Elizabeth Riley will have your Act Locally news. Don't go away.
Natural Cycles identifies your fertile window by analyzing changes in your temperature. Just measure in the morning, add your temperature into the app, then learn which days you can and cannot get pregnant. It's that easy. Learn more at naturalcycles.com.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
Do enough construction in Waco? Well, think again. The city of Waco is moving forward with plans to begin construction on China Spring Park. The city approved a $3.7 million project plan with work on the new park starting next month at the intersection of Flat Road and Skeet Eason Road. The Levitt Amp Concert Series is bringing more live music to Bridge Street Plaza on Wednesday night. With community spotlights and underground acts, this outdoor event is all about good vibes and good music under the stars. Finally, legendary comedian Jeff Dunham is bringing his artificial intelligence tour to the Foster Pavilion on Friday, October 3rd. Dunham's performance will take place the night before the Baylor-Kansas State football game. And if you didn't know, Dunham is a 1986 Baylor grad, but he has gone far beyond Waco, performing live in front of over 7.7 million people across 1,500 performances in his career. I'm Elizabeth Riley with your Act Locally Waco news, and I will see you all next time.
Welcome back to the show. I am delighted to have Casey Whitely here with us. Came up from Temple.
Yes.
And Casey, you are a Christian singer, songwriter, worship pastor, worship leader. And you're going to play a new song for us here in just a little bit. But I want to visit with you first.
Yeah.
About, when did you start writing music? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah. So my journey starts, before I was born, my dad was in music in the early 80s. And growing up, I would always watch him in the kitchen, at the kitchen table, practicing music.
Don't say he's a guitarist.
Oh, yeah. And so was into kind of country, southern rock stuff at the time. I grew up a 90s country kid in the house. And so went through a split home situation about 9 or 10 years old, and found Christ about 2 years after that. And through that, I learned the power of prayer and just praying for my dad that he would feel the joy that I felt. And through that, I started kind of writing my own stuff and writing just in my journal different bits of scripture and kind of thoughts that kind of turned into songs throughout the years. And after 3 years of just praying for my dad, he became to know Christ as well. And that's kind of where the journey started in Christian music. And then right after COVID, I dabbled into Texas country for a few years. And then
what do they call it? Red dirt?
Red dirt.
Is that Texas?
Yeah. Red dirt, outlaw, whatever. I really enjoyed it, and it was something my dad did, and I wanted to try.
Yeah.
And had some success with it, but just felt the Lord calling me back in the spring of 24 to continue writing songs for the church and writing contemporary Christian stuff. So
yeah. So you have released albums.
Yes. So my first album was in 2019, an album called Dream. It was like a dream to have my own record, Yeah. And so, but it led to some more opportunities to record. And then just now, this year, put out my second full-length album, a tribute to my grandmother called Redbird.
Oh,
so, yes.
How sweet. Is she still with us?
She passed in October. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
coming up on a year. Huh?
Yes, coming up on a year. Yes, yeah.
Well, but did she know you were writing music?
She loved listening to my music, and I always loved sharing with her new songs and stuff while she was here, and she was a big fan. So
I'll bet she was. So, you are a praise leader. Tell me where are you working?
Yeah, so I'm a worship leader, co-worship leader at Temple Bible Church. Also during the week, I run their social medias. And stuff in different ministries as well. And in the spring and fall, they let me travel and go perform all across the country. Just last week, I was in West New Mexico. So came back Monday.
So are these churches or are these secular gigs?
These are churches. So 2 shows last year were at churches, and then one was a Christian coffee house that a radio station also owns as well in Lubbock. So
yeah. So the music you write, and I have heard your song that you're going to do for us, and it's wonderful. Love it. How long ago did you start writing and thinking about this theme of "Let There Be Peace"?
Yeah, so back in May when I released the album, I had a friend who lost a baby. And then about a month later, had another friend who lost a 3-year-old.
Oh, my goodness.
And about a couple weeks after was July 4th when the floods happened. And so it was just constant. It was just constant and constant. And so
I know, especially these children, these innocent lives. With their...
my quiet times on the back patio were just like, I was just so heavy. It's just so heavy hearted. Yeah. And I just, the theme of peace was just on my mind constantly. And this song was actually the prayer that I was praying those mornings on the patio. Mm-hmm. And I'm a guitar guy, as you see, but like I have a keyboard at the house. And so I dabbled that little melody the night that I had that prayer, and it just kind of intertwined together.
Yeah.
And so when I played it for my wife, she was like, yeah, that's the message that needs to go out this year. And it couldn't have come at a better time, it seems like, 'cause people need this right now.
Right. And of course, when you're dealing with loss, when you're dealing with something as inexplicable as a child dying, it's just hard to grapple with. Yeah. And I don't really know how people get through situations like that without knowing the Lord.
Absolutely.
Do you think?
It's that peace is the only kind of peace that can come for you through that. Yeah, I truly believe that. It's a peace that is just so powerful. So.
Yeah. So you wrote this song, but some of your other songs that you've written, similar kind of themes or different? Themes,
so some are similar themes, just going through loss and stuff over the years, but there's some that just can be sung in a church, just praise songs of some kinds, and some that just like kind of push you towards your walk with the Lord and just kind of cheer you on, the more upbeat songs.
Oh, yeah. So, but are you thinking this song would be one that you could teach a congregation and sing the chorus to?
I think it could be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was listening to it.
I think it could be definitely a song the church congregation can pick up. But as I was writing it, I think it was just a song that whoever's struggling in a hard time, and whether it's grief or just a struggle of any kind, could find peace just hearing it, and just hopefully that this prayer that was written could become their prayer and get them through that season.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about your musical journey. You said you picked up the guitar. Did you study with anybody?
No.
Self-taught?
Yeah, a little self-taught. Dad taught me about 5 or 6 chords when I was in junior.
More than that.
When I was in junior high, I learned the magic of a capo on a guitar.
Yeah. So then there you go.
The chord change. And that was big in the worship movement. When in junior high, I learned a lot from my worship leader and just different songs where I could go forward and do things as I go. But I didn't really start writing original stuff till my junior or senior year of high school, which was 2006, 2007.
Mm-hmm. So. So you go back and revisit some of those early songs?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, some of those I try to tweak as much as possible now that I know.
I'm going to ask you, how old are you now?
I'm 36 now.
Okay, yeah.
Now that I know what I'm doing a little bit more and have a little more experience of writing, I try to beef those up a little bit.
I love it. Yeah, in fact, there's a nice keyboard thing at the beginning. So was that you? Or did you do all that? Or do you have other musicians with you?
Yeah, so I work with a company called Tune Designer out of Carrollton, Georgia. And they are 4 guys who just have this studio that people can work in remotely. You send in the demo of your song, they'll record the music of it, they send it back to you to record your vocals, then they mix and master it all. It's very beneficial for me as I'm always on the road or I'm always doing stuff with the church, and so I've had conversations, texting and emailing back and forth with my producer, John Johnson there, who is also a worship leader as well. And so he really understood what I was looking for with that piano and piano-driven theme. And so thought they nailed it, which was great.
Oh yeah, well, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So I'm looking forward to hearing you perform it, and we're going to do that here momentarily. But first, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, Casey Whitely is going to perform for us "Let There Be Peace," and we'll talk to him a little bit more after that. So you stay with us.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit vivosun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.
I'm at the end of myself. I just can't take another step of faith. Feels like there's nothing else. I made a mess of myself. I just can't take another step of faith. Feels like there's nothing else. This has to break or I will. God, won't you help me be still? Let there be peace over all my shame. Let there be healing for my faith. Raise up my voice with nothing but praise to the Lamb who was slain and took my place. Let there be peace. I fought through every trial. The weight of this world has gotten heavy, trapped in doubt and fear. I've been running for miles. God, won't you meet me in the chaos just to show me you're near? This has to break or I will. God, won't you help me be still? Let there be peace over all my shame. Let there be healing for my pain. Raise up my voice with nothing but praise to the Lamb who was slain and took my place. Let there be let heaven rise like the morning sun, chasing the night till the shadows run. No mountain high stands against your name. I know that victory's coming my way. So let there be peace over all my shame. Let there be healing for my pain. Raise up my voice with nothing but praise to the Lamb who was slain and took my place. Let there be peace where the struggle once reigned. Wash all my sin, show me your grace. Jesus, in you forever I'm changed. Death has no sting, there's an empty grave. Let there be peace.
Casey, that was awesome.
Thank you so much.
What an important message for us all right now. It's so easy to get wrapped up in all the discord
Absolutely.
in the world right now, and there's a lot. But to know where your peace and your security, and
Amen.
and the one who takes away the fear, and also maybe the regrets from the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love that. So this is going to be released October 3rd.
Friday, October 3rd. We actually.
How do you do that? How does that work?
Yeah, so you just anyone who wants to listen to that, they can pre-save it at my website in whitleykcase.com, and I will have it on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, all the places you listen to music. We also just wrapped a music video for this as well, which was my first time acting.
Oh, really?
Normally,
tell me. So what did you
normally when I'm in a music video, I just play the song.
do? You just like you just did.
Yeah, but this time, time.
So what did you do? You kind of acting out the
So
themes?
they were like, "Hey, we want you to be a tow truck driver," and I was like,
Okay.
"Never would have imagined."
Yeah.
And then I saw how big the tow truck was, and I was like, "I don't think I'm liable." So I just they brought the guy to drive the tow truck, and I just drove with him to the scene. Very cool story of a husband who was on his way to his wife's test results for finding out if she had cancer or not. Which the song just goes really smooth with this as far as peace. His truck breaks down. That's where we end up going to the tow truck. And she calls him, leaves him a voicemail saying that the test results were negative.
Oh.
And it's just this beautiful story.
Oh.
And I can't wait to share it. That's actually going to come out October 10th.
Okay, so coming up.
A week after the song release.
So where do people see your music video?
Yeah, you can go to YouTube, YouTube/Whitley Casey there. And I think I have all of them out there. And also my website as well, so.
Okay, it's spell your name and tell me where did you get that name? I don't think I've ever known a Whitley.
Yeah, Whitley. My mom's maiden name is Whitley E.Y. My dad's name is Lee.
Okay,
and so they
I
put
gotcha.
those two together.
That makes sense.
So yes.
Yeah. Okay, Whitley, Whitlee, Casey, Casey. So
Yeah.
folks can find you, and I've just been blessed being with you. I mean, music has such a wonderful way of reaching us
Absolutely.
when we're, disturbed or
Yeah.
upset or.
It has a way, I feel like, of bringing you back to a place where I think the Lord wants you in life too. And so I know for me that there was times when either I lost somebody or I was just going through a hard time, and I was able to pick up my guitar or just even turn on music, and just God was able to speak to me through it.
Yeah.
And I just found the road we live on is a narrow road, but we follow a great leader, So.
Yeah. Well, I know your heart is in leading people in that direction, and your music is doing a great job with that. Thank you so much. I'm
you
blessed
so
to have gotten to know you. Thank you
Yes,
for reaching out to me.
Absolutely.
To come
Thank
and
you
be
for
a
having
part
me.
of the Ann Harder Show.
Yes.
You need to come back.
Oh, we'll do. We'll do.
All right. Thank you, Whitley.